Hey, hello, and welcome back to the Coop to Villa channel. I'm Scott Cooper, and I'm here with Noah, and we are doing another match review with Chelsea versus Aston Villa in the EFL third round cup. Was it third round? I think it
I believe it
was.
was the third round, yeah.
Yeah. So the match was last night at Stamford Bridge, and yep, the Tommy and Troy didn't make it tonight, but it's just me and Noah. But we're gonna battle on and talk about the game. Noah, how you going tonight? All right.
Yeah, going all right, mate. Living the dream. I'm obviously not as tired as you are at the moment, but
Oh, I've been up since
yeah.
2:30. It's been a big day, but that is one good thing about us getting knocked out the cup. There's no more midweek getting up at stupid hour. So, but I'm battling on. Here we go. So yeah, there was 9 changes. The only two that played on the weekend were Twanzebe and Matty Cash. And yeah, we had Smith gave some chances to the likes of Archer again, Sanson, Buendia came back in. So yeah, it was a interesting line. I went back to the back four as well, so that was good to see. What is your thoughts on how we lined up, and do you think maybe we could have played a few more sort of senior players, or were you happy with the sort of basically a new 11?
Look, I was kind of happy with it. I mean, obviously good to see Buendia. Probably key to see him getting some minutes. He's only played, is that his fourth game now of the season? Maybe third or fourth game of the season.
Yeah.
He's barely played, and it's good to see Sanson unfortunately got injured again. But I think you know, talking before, he was by far our best player before he got injured. He was incredible. So it's really good to see. Well, it was good to see him back playing. I was actually quite impressed with how the back four held up. Seeing we've been so solid with the back five.
Mm.
Yeah, I was really impressed with Horse and Twanzebe and yeah, Ashley Young and Cash. Incredible, really good.
Yeah, well, I think Hawes and Twinse were excellent, and I agree with you with Sanson. I think he was the best player on the pitch until his injury, and it's a real shame because I was a little bit sort of still making up my mind on him a bit. There was a lot of people like Tommy and that was saying, "Get him in, he's great." Sanson, we love him, and I was like, "Oh, I don't know." Every time I've seen him, I'm not too sure if he's up to it. But in this game, uh, he showed some good touches, and he set up Archer with that early chance that he unfortunately put on over the bar. I'm not sure if he. I think he was thinking about dinking it, and then he just
Yeah.
and he didn't do one or the other. But that was good to see. Yeah, and yeah, we had the best chances in the first half. I thought we played really well. What did you think of the first half performance?
Again, similar to when we played Chelsea the first time, we could have easily been 3 goals up. I think Arch had 2 chances in the first half. I think.
Yeah.
You know, Garcia, I think had one or two. We had one cleared off the line. You know, we
Yep.
were really playing good football, and it's quite like a shame that we've gone out and played that well. Um, but yeah, I mean Chelsea after a second round of the cup, you know, when Man City getting Wickham and stuff, it's a bit tougher.
Yep, it's definitely hard because they can make 11 changes and still have a world class team. Whereas, yeah, we've got young guys, we've got guys that haven't played for ages, and sort of guys that we're not too sure about still. So, but yeah, I mean, I think it was good to see old Prince William in the stands as well. Come down, he caught a pretty good game. When I saw him there, I was like, oh, it's an interesting game to go to. But I guess no, he saw a pretty good match. And apart from like Ziyech had a shot in the first half for them, like Steer made a pretty good save. But I think yeah, like I think in the first half we were pretty good, and yeah, unlucky not to be ahead because of the two Archer chances, one at the start of the half, one at the right at the end. They were definitely by far the best chance of the game. And going into half time, Sanson unfortunately came off injured, like we talked about. It looked like a hamstring, maybe, from all reports. But Chuck Wamaker came on for him, and I thought he was brilliant in the second half. I thought Philogene Badace, when he came on, again made an impact. You know, and these guys have been injured as well, so you got to put that into account. So again, I think Smith's really kind of starting to do a few things with these changes, and that's really positive to see. How do you like the second half? Because Chelsea sort of dominated for most of it.
Yeah, it was a good portion of it they dominated
Yeah,
for. Obviously, after the goal, they had all the momentum, and well, it felt for like an eternity. But then, one little counter attack, Matty Cash swings it into our leading goal scorer this season,
I
young
know.
Cameron Archer, who we have to sign up on a long term deal. We got to sign him. Right? He is a talent. And you got Carney, we've got Philogene
Mm.
Badace, you got Archer. Our future is in these three guys. Like we can see at the moment anyway. Like just incredible talents.
Yeah, and I think Smith agrees with you there. I think he's given them all the chances you could possibly want at that age, and like we were talking about before we started, yeah, it's not just so much the header by Archer. It was the run. It was the
Yeah,
way he lost Chalobah, I think, for Chelsea was marking him, and he just peeled off him, went sort of to the back post, and he didn't know where he was, and it was a free header, a great ball by Matty Cash. Another attacking, contribution from him after his goal on the weekend. So that's great to see because that's one area of his game that I think we can all agree that needed probably a bit of improving. And
yeah, definitely.
he's been really good over this past week, so that's been great.
Since he's turned Polish, Scotty.
That's it. I mean, the Poles get the goals. What can you say? But yeah, but I think after we equalised, we sort of improved again a little bit. And El Ghazi had a chance. Like Buendia slipped him in just after the goal, and Chelsea, brought on their big guns. They brought on Mount. They brought on Lukaku. Because they were worried. I think they could be going out, and I don't know if you saw the Hawes tackle on Lukaku, but that was absolutely brilliant. He
I don't remember seeing it. I don't know why,
uh,
but yeah,
it was sort of late in the second half, maybe 10 minutes to go, something like that, for 15 minutes to go, and yeah, like Lukaku sort of got in front of him, and he was in the penalty area about to have a shot with his left foot, and Hawes sort of just came around the side and just got a toe in. It was one of those challenges. Like if he doesn't get the ball, it's probably a red.
yeah,
Maybe or
yeah.
definitely a penalty. And he did really well, and I think he was one of our best players on the night. But there was a few players that didn't really light up the world. I think Anwar, El Ghazi, Buendia, Ashley Young. A little bit disappointing, all three of them. I think it was a big chance for those guys as well, especially Buendia, to say, all right, I'm the best player in this team. If this is the B team, let's say, right, I'm not a B team player. I'm an A team player, right? I need to be in that first 11. And I thought, he tried hard, he ran hard, he works hard, he closes down, but I think when he's on the ball, maybe he's trying a bit too hard. I don't know. What do you think is
That's
the
that's just what I think. I mean, it showed. I think it was the Newcastle game earlier on the season. He just tries too hard when he has the ball, tries to take too many people on,
yeah?
then loses it, looks frustrated. But look, I think if he just starts doing the basics right again and just knuckle down doing that, I think he'll turn his season around. As I said, I think he's only played 3 or 4 games,
Mm,
and some of them not even full games. I think he got subbed off in one or two of them, and look, he's had a quite interrupted start to the season, as have all the Villa players, must I say. Pretty crappy pre-season, but that can't be an excuse for much longer because we've put in, as we said before, 3 really good performances in a row.
yeah.
And professionals like Ashley Young and El Ghazi and Buendia, they've got to be able to back it up week in week out, in my opinion. So
Yeah, I think the body language with El Ghazi was a bit disappointing. I think he feels as if he's on the outs, and maybe we don't know what went on behind the scenes during the transfer window, but there was talk of him going to Roma at one point and a few other rumours, and maybe he was close to a deal and it didn't happen for some reason. And now he's kind of got the shits a bit. But I mean, I think hopefully Smith can sort of turn that around because I think he might be important going forward. But it was a great performance from against another top team. Like we were saying earlier, we probably should have beaten Chelsea twice in 10 days, and we've lost them both. Unfortunately, it was on penalties last night. The penalty shootout was interesting. I thought like Marvelous taking one. I was a bit surprised.
Yeah, I was a bit surprised by that. Obviously, you back in Dean Smith, and unfortunately, the lottery didn't pay in our favours this time. But I really feel for Ashley Young. I
Yeah,
think there was an image going around. Apparently, he stood inside the centre circle for 5 minutes or something after the game and was just really devastated that he missed the pen. But yeah, I don't know.
you could tell he was disappointed, very disappointed,
Yeah,
and yeah, and then Nakamba's come out on Twitter and apologized,
yeah, I didn't
which
think he needed to apologise.
nah,
He had
like
a good game, I
nah,
thought.
yeah, he had a great game, and I think like everyone sort of rushed to his defense on that and said, you got no need to apologize, mate. You had a great game, and these things happen. Yeah, so I mean, I think maybe Smith didn't want the kids to take the penalties. I think
Yeah,
that's
I think
maybe
so.
part of the reason. Because did Archer take one? I'm not.
No, I think it was Anwar El Ghazi,
Yeah,
and obviously Ashley Young,
yeah,
Marvelous, Consart, and Buendia,
mm,
I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, the more experienced guys were given the opportunity to take one, which you can understand. When I mean, if I was Archer and I just scored a goal, I'd be wanting one. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. And the obviously the League Cup isn't our priority. I think we're a sort of team where we should be going for these sort of competitions because we're not going to get relegated, and we're only play 38 games. We really in the cup competition, so I would have maybe liked us to go for it a bit more. Maybe have like a Watkins or an Ings on the bench or something. But but then again, big game on Saturday, early kickoff, so it's understandable.
But if you even compare the teams, though, Scotty, I mean, look at Chelsea's team. They have a £72 million goalkeeper in their twos. Ziyech probably still getting back to fitness in their twos. Timo Werner. And she said they had to bring on
Yeah.
like Lukaku and Mount. They had Chilwell in that team, Reece James in that team. And then you look at ours, and we had what a couple of 17-year-olds and a 19-year-old striker with a bunch of other players in there. I mean,
That's it.
yeah.
Yeah, we've
On
got
paper, they should have on paper they should have smashed us.
definitely, and yeah, and we matched them, and if anything, maybe had the better chances. I mean, they had that period after half time where Werner scores and he has another great chance, but apart from that 15 minutes, I never really felt that they were all over
No,
us.
they weren't that threatening at all.
No, and that just shows, I think, how far Hawes has come, how far Twanzabe's come since he's joined. And Marvelous had another good game. I thought Marvelous and Kante had a great little battle there,
Yeah,
and that can only help Marvelous going forward because if he can sort of match it with Kante, who's probably the best in the world in that position, then that can only be good for us. So this is going to be a little short sort of video, so we'll wrap it up, but we'll say we'll finish by asking a lot. Is there anyone in that game last night? Do you think could be pushing for a start or a good roll off the bench come Saturday against Man United?
I think it's got to be Archer. Honestly, I know he was about to get his Premier League chance, and then unfortunately Conser got injured. But I
Yeah.
think you would give him a chance off the bench. I don't see why not. I mean, teams like Manchester United won't know much about him,
Mm.
so I think chuck him in there. Like, why not?
Yeah, I would agree, and I would say if there's anyone else, it'd probably be the other two young guys,
Yeah.
Carney Chukwuemeka and Philogene Badace. Like I could see them both playing a role on Saturday as well. So we'll have to wait and see what Smith does. Does he go back to the five in the back? I know Twanzabe can't play because of he's a Man United player. But Hawes was great tonight, so I would have no problem slipping him in with Konza and Mings, and maybe pushing Mings into the middle of the three and playing Hawes on the left. Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see, and I'm really looking forward to that game now because it's AFL Grand Final, and then straight after it is Villa.
I think they're halfway through it, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah, I think it might be. I don't know.
I might have to
I
get
think
the split screens going.
9:30 kickoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the AFL starts at 7:15, so it might be the last quarter or something. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
All
I'm definitely prioritising Villa for sure.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I've got to go and have some beers around my mate's place, but I'm definitely making sure I've
Don't rub that in.
Yeah.
Don't rub that in.
I keep forgetting. I'm oh dear. Yeah, it's lockdown in Melbourne, and us over here in Perth are very lucky that we don't have that at the moment. But I'm pretty sure it's coming, like sometime soon. So we can't hold out forever. This
it's knocking on the door.
it is knocking on the door. But that's one good thing about being the most isolated city in the world is when a pandemic hits. But anyway, it was a great game. Again, it was unlucky to lose on penalties, but it's a lottery. The kids did themselves proud, and up the Villa. Really looking forward to the next few games. Man United, Tottenham, but I think we could beat United. They lost last night again. So it's been a while, 09 or whatever, since the last time we did it. So we're due. We're definitely due.
We are due.
But they will probably get a penalty. That's
I think the last 4 games they got a penalty. I think last 3 or 4 games. Yeah, so it's definitely coming.
Yeah, Douglas Luiz has got to watch himself around Pogba because
every time.
he seems to kick him every time. But we'll leave with a question tonight, and the question is, what is your favourite Villa penalty shootout win over your time of watching? We didn't get the win last night, but we have had a few, and I'm sure you guys have seen plenty, and we'll put it in the comments, and like and subscribe if you're liking the videos. We'll be back for the Man United game next week, and we'll have all the boys. It's just me and Noel tonight, but we've enjoyed your company, and please like and subscribe, and we'll see you for the Man United away up the Villa. See you later, mate.
See ya.